Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with the next update for Decor Panning. This is a project that is not new by any means here on YouTube. I'm sure a lot of you already, if not all of you, know what this project is. But long story short, this is a project where you work on 5 products at one time, unless you roll in more due to the prompts. And you use a deck of cards to pick your prompts. And this was created by Emilynmax. I will have her link down below with the introduction video if you do want to find out more about this project. There is also a collaboratory playlist, so we'll have that link down below if you want to check out everyone else who's doing this project. So I'm going to talk you through the projects that I've been working on and over the past month, let you know if I hit any goals or anything like that. And if I did, I'm going to roll something else in. But before I jump into the products, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. So like I said, I'm working on 5 products and I'm going to go through them in order. I always start with the product that has been in the longest, moving down the list. And we're going to start off with the 2 products that have been in since the very start of this project. Yeah, because I have 2 of those. The first one is a product that I wrote in for the prompt primer. And that is this thing right here, which is my Benefit the Professional Primer, and this is just a mini size, like a deluxe size sample, mini size, that I got free with a purchase of some sort. I can't remember exactly where I got it, but I did get it for free. I just absolutely love this primer, and it was one of my favorites back in the day. I do still like it. I feel like I've fallen back in love with it a little bit using it, but it's not something that I would deliberately go out and purchase again, because I feel like I don't need it in my routine, but I do like it whenever I use it. So with this product, I do want to ultimately finish this one. It is one that I reach for relatively, frequently, and I have done some marking. So I didn't mark it the first month because it was basically full, but I have marked it since. So you can see here that is the first update, second update, and now I haven't marked it yet, but looking at it, I will be around down here. So it's definitely getting lower. I'm obviously not done yet, but I feel like I have maybe 1 or 2 more months left with this one only. So that is exciting. We'll see how long it takes to finish. And I haven't mentioned yet, I think, but I used this one 11 additional times in the past month. And that's kind of on par, slightly less than I have in the past, but I did go traveling. I just came back from holiday, so a lot of products I didn't bring on holiday with me because, I only had a backpack to bring with me, so I had to limit the makeup I was bringing. So this is one of the products I did not bring, so I'm happy with the 11 uses that I got. The second product that has been in since the start of the year is a single shadow, and I rolled this one in for Sparkly, and it's this one right there. So this is the shadow Mystic from Shine by SD. It is a beautiful, beautiful sparkly shadow. It is the most sparkly eyeshadow that I have in my collection, and I absolutely love it. It is a holographic shade, and it's almost like a pressed glitter, but it's not. It is still a shadow. The particles are like, they're not like pressed glitter particles, they are still like eyeshadow particles, but they're just so sparkly and I love it. So this shadow I rolled in for 10 uses. I've been moving very slow with it, if we're being honest, and unfortunately that's the case this time as well. So I have reached for it once every single month that has been in the project, and this is of course the 3rd month is in the project, since this is update number 3. But again, unfortunately, I only reached for it once, so we're sitting at 3 uses. I did mention last time that I need to step on my usage game because I'm not going to have this one in for 10 months. But unfortunately, this is not the month. However, I am now sitting at 3 uses, which means I only have 7 left to go. And I do think this is one that I can get out next month. Something to note as well, that with this shadow, it actually fell out of the pan, so I had to repress it this past month, so any dip or anything that I had isn't gone now. But I mean, even then, 3 uses was not that much, so it's not the end of the world, but I need to be a little bit more gentle with it. It was probably one that I was going to bring with me to holiday otherwise and use when I was away, just to get some more use on it. But since it didn't fall out of the pan, I decided not to, because I didn't want to have a chatter on me on holiday. So 3 uses, but I will definitely try to have this one out next month. Then we have a product that I rolled in 2 months ago, and this is one that I believe I rolled in for Mainstream brand. I decided to go with a lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury, which is more of a mainstream brand, but I absolutely love her lipsticks. And it's actually one that is on the list of products that I want to finish this year. I haven't decided to roll it into product yet because it's a little bit deeper. and I feel like it's more of an autumn, like end of summer, autumn, winter lipstick for like the end of the year, rather than a spring lipstick, which is why I didn't want to roll into my product apocalypse, but I thought rolling it into here would give me a little bit of a head start. So this is, like I said, is the lipstick right here, and this is the shade Pillow Talk Medium, which I'm actually wearing today. It's like, again, a little bit more of a deeper nude. I thought it would go with the look today. It kind of ties in the eyeshadow, I guess. But with this lipstick, I rolled it in for a usage goal of 30, and it has, like I said, been in for 2 months now. The first month it was in the product, I reached for it 8 times, and this past month I have reached for it 4 additional times. So I'm now sitting at 12 uses, which means that I'm halfway, almost halfway there for my usage goal. Not quite, but I am very, very hopeful. I do feel like I could potentially reach for this one 18 additional times in the next month, we'll see. It is quite a slow moving product. I did mark it down on the paper just to see how much it was moving, but so far in those 12 uses it actually has barely moved. It's like a little tiny bit, like half a millimeter. So I decided not to mark it again just because I feel like it hasn't moved enough for me to make that mark. I feel like they will just blur together, but I will make sure to mark it next month, or even just when I have hit the 30 uses I might mark it then, just so you can see how much 30 uses equate to. But yeah, this one's staying in the project, but it's another one that I might have out next month. Otherwise it will definitely be out in 2 months time. So again, we have 2 more products to go, and both of them rolled in last month, so they are relatively new to this project. First up, we do have a palette, and I can't remember now what this one rolled in for. I will put it on screen because I can't remember what I rolled this one in for, but I rolled in my Pat McGrath Utopian Dreams palette, which is of course one of her motherships. It's the mothership number 9. I absolutely love this palette. It was my first Pat McGrath palette, and I rolled this one in because I wanted to reach for it, No Pan Left Behind. I can't remember again if that was the prompt or if that was just what I decided to go with this one, but I feel like No Pan Left Behind is a great way to roll in palettes. So this one looks like this. It is again a beautiful palette, and I'm happy to say that I have reached No Pan Left Behind on this one. It's definitely getting a bit more use now. I can see a few dips in certain shades, which again I'm glad to see. So with this one, I actually wore it for the last time today. A couple of the shades are on my eyes right now. I had 3 shadows left to use, and I knew that I needed to incorporate them into today's look, so I decided to go for a little bit of a different look with a cut crease. And yeah, I like how it turned out. It's definitely different for me, but I managed to reach for the last couple of shades. So in today's look, I am wearing this shade right here, which is a multi-chrome. I don't know if you can pick up the shift at all. Hopefully you can a little bit. I think you can see the green there. But I'm wearing that one like as a base for like where the cut creases, and then out in the wing portion of my look. The other one I needed to use was this one, which is the bronzy kind of eyeshadow, and I used that one more closer to like on my lid, just to get a little bit of a differentiation, and also to give as a base for the last shade, which is again a bit more goldy bronzy, and that is this shade right here, which I have topped on like my inner third of my lid, just to brighten that area up, as well as to use that shade. So those are the 3 that I had left to use in here. I could have easily reached for them in like more everyday looks, because these are like the more neutral shades in this palette. But again, since I was on holiday, I did not bring this with me. I actually got back yesterday, so yeah, I just needed to reach for these ones before filming, which I of course did today. But I knew that was going to happen, so I wasn't too bothered about it before going, and I'm happy to say again I have reached my goal for this palette. And again, since I have hit my goal for that one, I am going to roll something else in at the end, but we do have one more product to talk about, which I also rolled in last month, and that is this product right here, which is from Lovelies. This is the Skin Glazing Blush in the shade Independence, and again I can't remember the prompt that I rolled it in for, so I'll put it on screen so you can see. But this one I rolled in for 15 uses, so not too much, but I am panning a blush in my yellow product pan, so I didn't want to take away from it too much, but I still wanted to reach for this blush and get a good like amount of use out of it. Oh, actually, I think I rolled this one in for imprints, because you needed to have something with imprint on it, and I think this is the one that I rolled in for that. And as you can see, it does have like an imprint on it. But again, 15 uses on this blush, and in the past month I'm happy to say that I reached for it 7 times, so I'm sitting at like that halfway mark. I have 8 more uses to go, and I absolutely love this blush. It's so pretty. I feel like it's the perfect kind of like mix between a warm kind of tone blush, but like also like a mauve tone blush. It's just so stunning. I absolutely love it. And since it is like, it has like both, again, those warmer tones but also those mauve tones, it goes with like so many looks, and it's just so glowy and perfect, and I absolutely love this blush, and I'm so happy to have it in my rotation again. It is also quite different from the blush that I'm panning, which is what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. So yeah, it's been nice to have a bit of a variation in my routine, but for now, of course, this one is staying in. I do have 8 more uses, like I said, to go on this one, and I'm hoping to be able to complete that by next month. So since I hit my goal on my Pat McGrath palette, I do need to roll something else in. So I do have my deck of cards in front of me. I'm going to shuffle it a little bit, and then we are going to pull a prompt in. I also have my laptop below me so I can check on the game board what the prompt will be. But I have shuffled my deck. I will cut it for you, and then we are going to have a look what I rolled in. So the card that I'm going to get is going to be 5 of clubs, and 5 of clubs is, ooh, wish you returned. So I guess something that I wish I would have returned. Let me double check though. It says, yeah, it doesn't have an explanation, so I'm assuming something that you wish you returned, even though in UK you can't return makeup, but I guess it's something that I wish I had an opportunity to return. So that's difficult. I will have a look through my collection, but that is a hard one. I will have a look through, see what I decide to go with, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I have my product. And again, since in Europe and UK you can't really return makeup, I looked at this more as like something that I wish I didn't have in my collection, so I could give back or return if I had opportunity to. So what I decided to go with is actually concealer. This here is actually something that I didn't purchase myself. I got it from my friend. When I was visiting Sweden back in January, she was like, I have a bunch of these concealers. My I think it's her brother's girlfriend or something like that, works in the beauty industry. She gets a lot of samples. She gives them to me and I can't get through them. Do you want one? And she gave me this concealer right here. And this is the Hydra Luminous Concealer from Beauty Act by Kicks. Kicks is like a makeup store in Sweden. It's similar to like Sephora, yeah, that kind of stuff. So this is a concealer, like I said. It is a little bit deeper for me. It's been too deep for me to use under my eyes before, but I have been on holiday, so you can see that it works better now. I think it would be quite nice as like a brightening concealer, and I want to play around with it again, because when I have used this one, I just did not really like how it looked, and it barely gave any coverage at all. It does say that it is like a hydrating concealer, so maybe that's why it's a little bit less coverage, but I do want to play around with it now, especially because I do have a little bit more color. I think it will suit me better. And you'll see how I get on with it. Maybe it's something that I end up decluttering otherwise, and maybe I can use it as like a base, so instead of foundation I can use this one, maybe, I don't know, but I do want to play around with it. But since it is a product that I don't really love and it's something that I don't really rate, I do just want to put it in for a 10 use goal, and that is again to get an opportunity to play with it, to see if there's any way I like it, and otherwise it might, like I said, be a declutter. So that is what I'm going to roll in. Quite a easy goal, but yeah, I just want to play and see how I like the product, because I only reached for it a handful of times and so far I haven't had much luck with it. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Again, I will have Emily linked down below, as well as the playlist where everyone else is doing this project, so make sure to check them out. And of course, as always, I hope you're having an amazing day wherever you are, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys!